Hello, I'm Leyna Nguyen, and here's your CBS On The Go update. We begin with your CBS 2 travel forecast. Here's meteorologist Amber Lee.
Hi, Leyna. Right now, we're still tracking a couple of these low pressure systems on the eastern seaboard. You can see we have one after the other moving toward the mid-Atlantic, bringing some very light scattered showers over there. And then anytime we have low pressure on the eastern seaboard, we have high pressure on the west side, on the west coast, and that's what we're dealing with right now. So double check with your airlines. We do have some delays in Minneapolis and then everywhere else, looking pretty good right now. Here in Southern California, that high pressure system is slowly moving off to the east, so a gradual cool down as we head into the rest of the week. Temperatures will still remain in the 70s, 80s, and 90s for tomorrow, and then once we head into the weekend, we're looking at temperatures dipping down to slightly below average. And for Father's Day Sunday, looking good. Lots of sunshine, not too hot, not too cool.
All right, Amber, thank you. President Trump is back in Washington after a historic meeting with North Korea's Kim Jong-un. Nikki Batiste has more on the agreement signed by the two leaders.
President Trump and Kim Jong-un's historic meeting led to this moment.
The letter that we're signing is very comprehensive, and I think both sides are going to be very impressed with the result.
The two leaders signed a document which they say will lead to a denuclearized Korean peninsula.
We also agreed to vigorous negotiations to implement the agreement as soon as possible. And he wants to do that.
The details of how and when North Korea will abandon its nuclear program have not been worked out, and there is no language on how to verify they will comply. Meanwhile, President Trump has agreed to end what he calls war games with South Korea.
We have right now 32,000 soldiers in South Korea, and I'd like to be able to bring them back home.
The president has said more meetings will need to happen in order to implement these agreements, and he's invited Kim Jong-un to the White House at some point in the future.
I think it's really going to be something that will be very important, and he has accepted. I said at the appropriate time. We want to go a little bit further down the road.
But there is some doubt the North Koreans will follow through with their promise. They've made these kinds of deals before, only to later renege.
Today is the beginning of an arduous process. Our eyes are wide open, but peace is always worth the effort, especially in this case.
Secretary of State Mike Pompeo is now headed to South Korea and China to brief their leaders on the negotiations. Nikki Batiste, CBS News, the White House.
And here's your CBS On The Go Sports. Two championship parades today on opposite sides of the country. The Golden State Warriors celebrated their third championship in 4 seasons in the streets of Oakland. The Warriors swept LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Oakland expected as many as 1 million fans at this morning's parade. And earlier today, it was Washington Capitals fans having all the fun. They're celebrating their first Stanley Cup in team history. The Caps beat the Las Vegas Golden Knights to claim their title. The parade ended with a giant rally on the National Mall. Immediately following CBS 2 News at 11 tonight, watch The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Guests include actors Ed Helms and Michael K. Williams and comedian Tom Papa. And right after Colbert, watch The Late Show with James Corden. His guests include Sean Diddy Combs, Ashton Kutcher, and musical guest BTS. Watch Corden and Colbert right after CBS 2 News at 11. And that's your CBS On The Go update. Remember, we're always on at CBSLA.com. And join us every night for CBS 2 News at 5, 6, and 11.